Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cliffy G back with another reaction video, guys. Today, live stream reaction video, etc. Today we are checking out a 1990 Jaws incident thing that happened at Universal Studios Orlando, Florida. Again, I don't own any rights to this video. Big shout out to Theme Park Crazy for this video, putting it out there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna check this thing out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, guys, make sure you check Theme Park Crazy's channel out. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get right into this thing. But before I do, I am going to log into my friend's Discord, and then we'll get started. So hold on. Come on, the background. Where that? Where the logo? Oh, big shout out to Crazy Man Stan as well. I think he's the one that owns the rights to this video, so if you're seeing this, please don't copyright me. just a reaction video. Video that I got recommended by somebody from my YouTube. This video, somebody recommended a video for me to check out and watch. So I'm gonna check it out. Apparently there was an incident that happened in 1990 on the Jaws ride. So yeah, I don't know, but I don't know what it is about. But I'm gonna check it out, see what happened. Maybe someone fell into the water and got shot or something. Maybe they got ate by the Jaws shark. I have no idea. But yeah, I might, my brother is talking about coming up that way in June, so I might be up that way in June if I decide to come with him to visit my grandparents. The bad one. there's no, there's no. No, it's like, that's what I planned on. Like, I planned on hanging out with my grandparents, and then, because I haven't seen them in a while, and then hanging out with you. But that's a long ass ride with my brother, bro. The fucking 16 hours, 19 hours in the car with his ass. That's a long ass. No. So he's moving to Minnesota, but he wants to take a he wants to take a trip up there to see our grandparents before he leaves for Minnesota. Yeah. No, no, I would fly back down. My grandparents said that they would fly me back down. But
To Universal Studios Florida.
yeah, I have to talk to my grandparents about it too. I'd rather just fly 2 hours and get there, be in a car with him for like 16 hours. That shit could be a nightmare. I'm just saying, bro. He's unpredictable. I don't. I'm not saying I don't trust him, but at times, bro, just imagine if I went up there and his car broke down, bro. I'm stuck. I'm fucking stuck. I got no way of coming back down. Yeah, if I were to if he were to drive up there, because that's what he's. No, no, I mean on the way up there, if his car got like stalled or something, stalled out or some shit, then I'd be shit out of luck. Yeah, I don't know, but his goal is to go up there to Minnesota because he wants to be with his kids and everything. So. Yeah, I told him that's a good thing that he's doing that. Told him that. So he plans on doing that in June, but so I won't know more. I won't. Yeah, well, literally a month because tomorrow is May.
Anytime before.
So literally a month. But yeah, let's see what this
If
incident
you've been
was.
to Universal Studios Florida anytime before 2012, you'll most likely remember the Jaws ride. This insanely
Oh, is this why the Jaws ride? This is why the Jaws ride closed.
advanced boat ride remains one of the most ambitious theme park rides of all
Jaws ride
time,
closed
and
in
for good
2012.
reason. Its storytelling, use of live actors, and ultra-advanced underwater animatronics have made it a cult classic among theme park fans.
I don't know why,
The
but
shark may be an animatronic, but that makes it even more horrifying to many. The fear of submerged man-made objects, commonly known as submechanophobia,
they got rid of a lot of good
many cringe and shudder at the idea of falling in with
rides
this
at
massive,
Universal.
complex machine.
Like well-known
And as it
ones,
just
like
so
Twister's
happens,
no
one
longer
unlucky
there.
person actually did fall in with a shark. But what happened and why? Let's take a look at the 1990 Jaws ride.
Wait. What did he say? He said he fell into the thing with the shark.
Certainly applies here.
Even though it was an
Many
animatronic.
cringe and shudder at the idea of falling in with this massive, complex machine. And as it just so happens, one unlucky person actually did fall in with a shark. But what happened and why? Let's take a look at the 1990 Jaws ride incident right here on Theme Park Crazy.
Oh, this guy's channel is called Theme Park Crazy.
To start things off, here's a special thanks to Dustin McNeil and his book, Adventures in Amity, Tales from the Jaws Ride.
Okay.
It provided a lot of the information for this video, and I'll link its Amazon page in the description. Now, before we get started, here's some background on the ride. Back in 1975, Universal Pictures released the movie Jaws. Directed by Steven Spielberg and based on the book by Peter Benchley, it was an instant success. It was such a massive hit that Universal Pictures aimed to add a Jaws experience to their tram tour in Hollywood. This experience served as a precursor to the Jaws.
Bro, I bet you the first time people got on the Jaws ride, they were scared out in their damn mind, bro. I bet you they thought that the shit was gonna be like the movie, and that the shark was trying to get their ass.
Ride with guests passing by a man-made lagoon on the tram.
Oh, there's a monorail.
As they pass by the water, an animatronic shark rises from the surface and snaps its jaws at them. It's worth noting that the original shark was rather cartoony looking, as it was meant to resemble the shark on the movie poster rather than a real great white shark. Later on, the shark was changed to be more realistic looking, and it continues to serve as one of the highlights of the tram tour today. Over a decade after this experience made its debut, Universal's parent...
Hey YouTube, I do not own the rights to Universal, so don't be taking my video down, you mother.
company MCA was setting their sights.
Just want to clarify that I don't own these rights, son.
The success of the tram tour's King Kong experience in 1986 further gave executives the confidence to open a full-fledged theme park. The growing Disney World Resort made Orlando a hot tourist destination.
Yo, they had a King Kong ride where you were just on a train and King Kong would rock you back and forth. Like, what the hell?
And to fully capitalize on the location was a movie-based theme park. Meanwhile, Disney had begun development on their own movie-based theme park around the same time. This would end up being Disney MGM Studios. Originally intended to be just a studio tour, the concept morphed into a theme park as Universal sought to build their own. This was actually a pretty heated feud, as both parks sought to outdo each other during development. Universal knew that if they were going to compete with Disney, they would need some seriously advanced attractions. Eventually, Universal Studios Florida opened on June 7th, 1990. Among the park's opening day attractions were the insanely impressive Confrontation Dark Ride, as well as the bizarre E.T. Adventure Dark Ride, and of course, the Jaws Ride. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll know about the most famous version of the Jaws Ride. The one with the big explosion, the high voltage wire, and the finely roasted shark. No plank. But that version of the ride actually opened in 1993. When the park first opened in 1990, a very different version of the ride made its debut. This version was made with the help of California-based company Ride and Show Engineering. This company had previously done work for both Universal's Tram Tour and Disney's theme parks. They not only installed the motion bridge on the King Kong experience, but they also refurbished the Disneyland monorail and installed the boat ride system on Maelstrom, now frozen ever after.
I feel bad.
For this new Jaws ride, no expense was spared, and the final budget for the first version ended up being over $72 million when adjusted for inflation. At the same time, this was a lot of money to put into a theme park ride for the time. And considering the challenges,
I've seen people online like testing it out.
So what happened in the original version of the ride? Well, the start was pretty much exactly the same as the later version. Guests boarded a boat and were taken on a tour of Amity Island. Soon enough, though, they came across a sinking tour boat that was just attacked by Jaws with no survivors. The implication being that in less than a minute, the shark gobbled everyone up like dots in Pac-Man. After the shark swims underneath the boat, the skipper decides to hide in the boathouse, where the shark makes its first full appearance. This was easily the scariest part of the ride, as the darkness of the boathouse and the animatronic shark both led to complete nightmare fuel. After the boathouse is where both versions diverge, though. On the later version, the shark passes by on the port side, and a controlled fiery explosion heats up the surrounding area.
Bro, I missed the Jaws ride, man. They need to bring it back. They need to bring it back. I missed it.
A popping sound effect played. Through the use of an underwater turntable, the shark drags the boat backwards and shakes it. This is humorous, considering sharks are incapable of swimming backwards. Then again, this is the same shark that can eat a boatload of people in less than a minute, so anything's possible in this story. That said, this moment was by far the biggest headache when it came to operating the attraction.
Or I wouldn't mind Back to the
later version of the ride had boats that traveled on an underwater.
I recently watched all the Back to the Future movies. Love them, bro. Those movies are freaking amazing. Just I don't understand how Marty played Marty in the second movie when he was Marty, and they had other people. Well, no, I think it was him that he double casted himself, right? I think that's what it was. But it tripped me out because he was playing himself in a role where he went back in time and he was himself and he was looking at himself basically. I was like, what the hell? And then I went to the third one. The third one was really good, bro. You never seen the Back to the Future movies? Oh, you seen the first one? Yeah, yeah. The second one's kind of trippy, but the third one caps it off. Yeah. It it's okay. I'm not gonna say it's the best one, but it puts it in full circle though, of all of the movies together. You you have to watch the second one to for you to understand the third one or why they went to the Wild Wild West. Yeah.
Track, the original pontoon boats were freely floating in the lagoon. A concrete pin underneath did guide them on a certain path, but the
Bro,
boats
this
weren't fully
quality
attached
is
to the track like on
horrible.
the later version.
But I love
This
the
meant that skippers
video.
had full control over the boat's speed. During the scene, the skipper had to perfectly align the boat with where the shark would emerge from the lagoon. Too far away, and it looked like the shark was trying to inhale the boat like Kirby. Too close, and the boat would actually knock the shark's teeth out. You can actually see the shark's teeth missing in this clip. Somewhere along the line, the decision was made to glue real shark teeth into Jaws', well, Jaws. And according to the Orlando
Jaws is
Sentinel,
Jaws.
occasionally the pontoons on the boats were ripped. So not only was the animatronic damaged, but the boat took damage as well. On
Oh,
top of
damn.
these issues, the sharks would sometimes not emerge from the water at all during the scene. This led to what one skipper described as, quote, an awkward 30-second dead space. Moving on from this scene, there was the grand finale of the ride. Once again, the shark appears to charge
finale,
the boat.
okay.
Only this time, the skipper takes aim with a grenade launcher and launches a spicy one right into Jaws' mouth. The shark then appears to swim to the other side of the boat, where it suddenly explodes into a gory eruption of shark guts. Side note, this moment actually involved an intensive compressed air mechanism that was patented by Universal. Under the surface, the shark guts were collected in a giant funnel, which sorted them back into place for the next group of riders. Definitely a creative achievement in engineering.
I mean, that's
Unfortunately,
pretty
this
cool.
part also failed
You
to
can
work
blow up
properly
a shark
every
with
now
a
and
gun
then.
like how they did in
According
the
to
movie.
Los Angeles Daily News, one skipper was quoted as saying, there was supposed to be an explosion over there, reportedly on the ride's inaugural journey. All in all, the new ride, while met with praise from those who got to experience it, was an operational disaster. It faced a ton of downtime and was only set to operate periodically. As if Universal didn't have a big enough migraine on their hands, one major incident in July would make things even worse. On an unspecified date
so this incident happened in July
that month, bank officer Anthony Salamone of New Jersey
of
had boarded the
1990.
Jaws ride with his children. According to Salamone's lawyer Michael Diamond, a broken railing led to Salamone falling off the boat and into the water. Diamond added that after falling in, the shark started swimming right towards Salamone.
Universal had a freaking their railing on their boat broke and they fell into the water on the Jaws ride, and then they said that the animatronic Jaws was coming straight towards them.
This caused Salamone's
Bruh, I'd be
children to
panicked,
that,
bruh.
The shark's gonna eat daddy. Afterwards, Diamond said that
his kid Diamond said, "Oh no, the shark's gonna eat daddy."
Universal employees tried to fish him out of the water, only for him to slip and fall in again. By the time they were able to get him back on board, the other riders applauded, thinking it was part of the show. In the end, Salamone was left with a scraped leg, bruises, and a cold from being wet. According to the Orlando Sentinel, Universal's in-house lawyer Ron Sykes disagreed with Diamond's account of the incident. He declined to comment any further and also declined to say if anyone else had fallen off the boat. Later that year, Salamone filed a lawsuit in New Jersey federal court seeking $1 million. He alleged that the company and its employees were
He signed a $1 million lawsuit against Universal for falling out of the damn boat.
Careless and negligent in maintaining the ride.
When we knew we were having our son, we were like, what do we use?
He filed $1 million. I don't know if he got it or not.
It's free
I'm waiting on this freaking
Those
ad.
are coming out cleaner than
See if he got it. That'd be something though.
brands.
Both gentle and effective. Tested, trusted, cleaner.
Get started on a GLP.
The lawsuit was eventually moved to the U.S. District Court in Orlando in 1992 at the request of Universal.
Damn, it took
Unfortunately, not much was heard of this lawsuit since then, and most likely the parties ended up settling out of court decades ago. As for the incident
it
itself,
took 2 years.
What the hell happened? How did Salomon fall in? Where did he fall in? Was it the park's
For
fault,
his
or was he
lawsuit to
standing
go
up?
away.
The lawsuit only gave us his point of view, and Universal refused to comment. Luckily, the Tales from the Jaws ride book
You said what?
helps give us a better idea
Yeah.
of what happened,
Well, the
and the details make the incident even more terrifying. In an interview with ride skipper Jeff Clay, he described the event as it happened that day. Though he wasn't driving the boat, he was still at the park as a lead. According to Clay, the incident happened on the part of the ride where the shark latches onto the boat. Apparently, the guests fell against the safety bar at this point. As you can see from this image, the safety bar is the only thing separating riders from the edge of the boat. Clay said that the bar either had a missing or broken pin, which caused it to come out all together.
So basically what happened was the guests saw the shark coming towards them. They clinged on to the safety bar, which they can grab, and everybody grabbed it, and I guess a pin or something was out of place, and the safety bar basically broke, and that's how he fell in.
Sending
Nobody died.
Salomon into the lagoon. Clay said, quote, "That's
Yeah, just that one guy.
where we had the biggest, deepest pit with the most machinery in the entire lagoon. It was the absolute last place you would want to fall."
But he's lucky though, because the machinery stuff, for like whenever the guy shoots, acting like he's shooting the shark, that machinery is like where it displays like the blood and like the guts and stuff of the shark. He's lucky he didn't get caught in that, because they said that's where he like basically fell towards, but they got him out.
Overboard. Now here's where things get especially horrifying. Though most of the lagoon was said to be around 4 feet deep, the shark animatronics were kept in deeper pits to fit the necessary machinery. In order to make repairs outside of park hours, dive technicians would have to be sent down at night to make the necessary adjustments. In a separate interview with skipper John Bernard, he described how terrifying this process was, saying, quote, "I remember something one of the dive technicians told me. These guys were tough as nails mechanic types. They would be working on Jaws at night, making repairs where needed. If the repairs couldn't be done above water, then the techs would have to dive down into the lagoon. Again, this is at nighttime.
Damn,
some of those
bro.
pits were quite deep. The deepest was in scene 4, where the turntable from the original ride was. That pit was like 30 or 40 feet deep."
What? The original pit for the Jaws ride, right, was like 30 or 40 feet deep. And they had to adjust, they had to go that far down to adjust the pit for the animatronics, so that it would be able to go underwater and stuff and be able to work. Nah, bro. I ain't going that far down. I don't care if it is a ride.
How incredibly scary it was diving down into the murky.
Huh? No, so like these were mechanics, right? These were mechanics that worked on the ride. But whenever this incident happened, they had to go 30 to 40 feet deep underneath where the regular surface was to adjust things, yeah, to fix it. Yeah. I ain't going 30 or 40 feet. I'm sorry, bro. bro, this guy says they told me. Well, yeah. Well, this guy said, this is what he said. He said, they told me how incredibly scary it was diving down into the murky darkness. So it's dark. They're doing this shit at night, bro. So probably, I don't know. He says dark. Yeah. He says darkness at night and suddenly coming face to face with this huge frozen great white shark. Oh nah, bro. If the great white shark's down there, bro, I'm fucking done. That shit was. No, it's an animatronic. But if I'm going down there and a motherfucking shark comes out of nowhere, bro, hell no. That's my ass. I'm thinking that shit's real.
Darkness at night and suddenly coming face to face.
Bro, I'd be terrified, bro.
You heard that
okay,
right.
I'd be thinking
Salomon actually fell into a 30 to 40 foot deep pit of water with an animatronic shark on a complex turntable mechanism. You don't have to have some mechanophobia to get nightmares from that thought. According to Clay, the emergency stop was activated the moment that Salomon fell in. He added, quote, I was so proud of the skipper for immediately hitting the E-stop, which shut down the entire ride.
Yeah, I'd be scared, bro. I don't like sharks. I ain't gonna lie.
Him and pulled him right back
I don't
into
like
the
sharks.
boat, so he was only in the water for a few seconds. The skipper then
I
brought
see
the boat to
that
unload,
sharks
and the guy was totally
kill
fine.
like
That was the
people,
biggest
like not that
emergency
many
I
people,
can
but like
remember. The
5 to
account
like
was
10
interesting
people
as
every
it
year.
somewhat conflicts with the version Salomon's lawyer presented.
And it's not on
Clay
purpose
suggests that
either. It's
Salomon
just
was pulled out
it's just
almost
they think they're
immediately,
seals
whereas his lawyer claimed
and
he was
stuff
in the
like
water
that.
long enough for his children to panic
People
and for him to
surfing
fall
and
back in
you know
a
that
second
type of
time.
thing.
Another thing worth noting was the lawyer's account that the shark was swimming towards Salomon. If he had fallen off during this point of the ride, the shark would be moving away from Salomon and not towards him. It's still understandable that his children would think that the shark was going to eat him as he was still in the water. But the idea that the shark was
hilarious.
towards
The
him
shark
is
was swimming towards this
Regardless of
man,
the exact
and
details, there's no
he
doubt
fell
that
in
this
the
was
water.
a serious and terrifying
The
incident.
shark swimming towards
the
him,
thought of falling into an
and his
industrial
kids
pit
on
with
this
a
damn
massive
boat.
moving animatronic
It's
shark
like, no, he's
surrounded
gonna
by
eat the
unseen
man
mechanical
alive.
components is the stuff of nightmares. Even if the shark was only moving for a split second, that must have been enormously unsettling to be in the water. When all was said and done,
But
this incident
that's
only
crazy
added to
though.
the long list of problems Universal was facing with the original Jaws ride. Between the mechanical failures, the operational headaches, and now a lawsuit, it became frustratingly clear that the ride was simply unsustainable in its current form. Universal was furious at Ride and Show Engineering and would end up filing a lawsuit of their own against them for the entire cost of the ride. Universal cited poor design, missed deadlines, and claimed that non-waterproof parts were used for the attraction, leading to even more issues.
Universal basically filed a lawsuit against, I guess, the people that gave them like the props and stuff for the ride, because it was malfunctioning. Like it was malfunctioning and wasn't working right. You know, certain things along those lines. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, but it says they yeah, it says Park sues designer of faulty rides.
They also
So
reportedly
basically
claimed that the motion bases for the animatronics were so powerful that they were tearing up the concrete floor of the lagoon. But was this lawsuit fair? According to Ride and Show Engineering Director of Marketing Mark Messersmith, the company was working on a strict deadline from Universal, and they weren't given enough time to test and adjust the ride before opening. Even before the ride's debut, Messersmith said, quote, Universal had begun taking control from us little by little in the months before it opened. They were
Okay, so it says, you said what? Yeah, Universal Studios, yeah. Yeah, so that's when it opened officially. Yeah, yeah.
hiring their own people to oversee engineering and design.
So it says Universal had begun taking control from us little by little in the months before it opened. They were hiring their own people to oversee engineering and design modifications. We were slowly losing control of four wait. We were slowly losing control of our own project. So basically they were losing control of the Jaws ride and they couldn't get it to work
Design modifications. We were slowly
with
losing
modifications.
control of our own project.
It was
What was
tragic.
tragic will ultimately happen on Jaws. It was never given the proper time to test and adjust.
Ah, see, that's the problem. They never tested the Jaws ride and they never adjusted the Jaws ride because they said
We're slowly losing control of our own project. It was tragic
yeah.
what ultimately happened on
It said they said it was tragic what ultimately happened on Jaws.
Jaws. It was
It was
never
never given the
proper
proper time to test and
Eventually,
adjust.
the lawsuit was settled out of court for an undisclosed amount. Universal originally planned on bringing in a new team of engineers to refurbish the original ride, but an assessment from
Yeah.
outside parties said it was not economically feasible. Essentially, the ride was in such disrepair that Universal basically had to start from scratch. Though the basic framework and theming were kept, the animatronics, mechanisms, boats, and other equipment were gutted and replaced.
It looked like a big ass shark or a fish, a big ass fish.
The Totally Fun Company was brought on for the new version.
Oh,
Meanwhile,
okay, so
Oceaneering
the older
International was brought
version
in to design the
in
new sharks,
1990
and Swiss manufacturer Intamin was
had
brought in
the
to build an
malfunction
underwater
stuff,
track for the
and
boats.
then
This new version of the ride would
new
operate until
version.
2012, when it was completely flattened and replaced with the
Oh, okay, yeah. So so the newer version, I don't know what time frame they got that, but the newer shark. So the older shark, basically, it didn't work with the older shark, so they had to redo it, fix modifications or whatnot, and then they found a new, I guess, distributor or or whatever the case may be to repair the ride and make it better, and it lasted until 2012. So it didn't last that long. Um, so basically, the the older ride that the guy fell, or whatever, in 1990. Um, they didn't have modifications and support for the ride, and they didn't test things. So they settled in a lawsuit agreement or something like that, and they got some money. They got some money to adjust, and they partnered with a different, I guess, a different maintenance or you know, different thing of like parts or whatever for the ride. So they built a brand new animatronic shark that looks like the shark in the Jaws movie, and then they adjusted things, and it lasted until 2012. Now I don't know when that happened, but
was brought in to build an underwater track for the
okay, so Totally Fun Company took over.
boats. This new version of the ride would operate until 2012, when it was complete.
Damn, man. I could have gone in 2012. That was the last time it was there, bro. I think I was in high school in 2012, though. Middle school, high school, I don't know where I was. 2012. Okay, so it got
flattened and replaced with the new Diagon Alley themed area.
Man, fuck Harry Potter, bro. They replaced it with fucking Harry Potter. The whole area they replaced with Harry Potter. Diagon Alley. Nobody care about no fucking Harry Potter, bro.
That said, a clone of the
Some
ride
magic
continues to
shit.
operate at Universal Studios Japan, with the lagoon sitting right next to the new Super Nintendo world. Looking back, though the
Alright,
1990s
I'm going to Japan.
wasn't the
I gotta
ride
go to
that
Japan to
blew
ride
Joe's
this shit.
coffin, it did still somewhat
Like, nah,
contribute to its
I ain't
closing.
going to Japan.
The whole thing was just a complete mess. Still, you have to give the engineers credit for making the best of a bad situation. When the ride did work as intended, it was amazing. And you can argue that its ambitions
Yeah,
were more impressive than the final version. All that said, its short lifespan, malfunctions, errors, and lawsuits make it one of the biggest failures in theme park history. Now, to be clear, this video only scratches the surface of this ride's history, and there are a ton of more details and tales from the Jaws ride. So once again, you can get the Kindle version or a physical copy.
oh,
at
so
the
it was
link in the
only out
description.
for
Now
about,
it's time for the comment shout out.
so it, so it'll, yeah, basically, yeah. And then it went from 93 to 2012, which, you know, that's pretty, you know, that's pretty good, um, but it just sucks, man. You replace that shit with Harry Potter. They need to bring, because they still have the whole waterfront still at Universal. Like, they couldn't make it. But now they got all, um, um, no, they pulled him out. They pulled him out of the boat. They pulled him out of the boat, but he was lucky because he didn't get, there's a compactor thing underneath the water, and he was going towards the compactor thing. If he would have went towards the compactor thing, he probably would have got smashed. Because that's the thing that they use to make it so where, you know, when they shoot the shark, it like guts or whatever, or blood or whatever. So, but we'll never know if he won the lawsuit because it didn't say anything about it. So it said he filed for a lawsuit. It's all good. No, I don't feel bad. Oh, I'm at the end of the video. Alright. I don't want to hear no shout outs from Theme Park Crazy. Yeah, that was very interesting. I never even knew there was an incident about the Jaws ride. That's, no pun intended, Theme Park Crazy. That's pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look at Universal now, bro, and they got all kinds of different shit. They got fucking Transformers in that mug. They got the Mummy. They got freaking Minions. Harry Potter, which I'm not really a fond of. Like, I like the movies, but I'm not a Harry Potter fan. Um, they got all kinds of different things. But yeah, man. That was a good video though.